What? Good morning, folks. It's Richard the Fishing Machine. This morning, we're going to be fishing with underspins. One of my favorite baits to use in the fall. I'm going to probably rank it number one. Let's go ahead and put him in the bucket and talk about it just a little bit. Okay, folks, I'm going to show y'all the combination that I put together this morning. First of all, an inch .75 shad fry Z was what I had on the back of that particular underspin in the pearl color. The reason for the pearl color this morning is because of the watercolor. The watercolor warrants white or a natural looking color, in my opinion. Now, as far as the underspin, that is an aspirin head, or commonly called a pill head underspin. That's a size 4 sickle hook in it. A lot of people don't like sickle hooks, but I do. I think they hold exceptionally well, in my opinion. But I'm using big eye jig heads, 1/16 of an ounce, 1/16 of an ounce. And if you notice, the difference between this underspin and a Roadrunner is the blade. That's a hammered willow leaf blade that's on this one. Sometimes I prefer that blade. The action's totally different than a Roadrunner blade, which a Roadrunner blade is an Indiana blade. It's oblong but yet round. It's an Indiana blade, which that particular blade, an Indiana, puts out vibration and flash. A Colorado blade, which is perfectly round, puts out more vibration than anything. And a willow leaf puts out more flash than anything. And this morning the sun's out. So that's why I started with that. Now, just a slow, steady wind is how I fish and underspin most of the time. Every once in a while I'll pause it, let it fall, and a lot of times you'll get the bite on the fall. But usually this particular bait, the way I have it, the combination as far as my jig selection, which has got a lot of bait. That little Z-Man bait, Shad Fry Z, has a lot of action. It's nothing more than a swim bait. Let's look at the action right here. Y'all see that? Let's do it again. You got the blade plus that little Z-Man bait. All you need is a steady retrieve to get the bite. You're not going to be able to add any more action to that. That's nothing but action packed right there. There's a little bit of everything in here. Feeding this morning. There's another fish. What do we got right here? Now this feels like a big crappie. We'll see. But it feels like a big, oh, it is. It's a big crappie. Y'all look right here. You got to stay around the bait, folks. You know, y'all hear me say that a lot. But that's what fishing is all about. That's a big black crappie. Golly. Wow. Good fish right here. Let's go ahead and flip him in here. Oh, he was too big to flip. Really. That's a huge black crappie right there. My. Woo-wee. Look at that. That wind is blowing like crazy, but that's fine. I like the wind blowing about like this. Maybe a little bit lighter, but this is fine. You get more bites on an underspin when there's a little ripple on the water, or if it's windy like this. It just enhances that bait a whole lot. Or overcast days, which is a little bit overcast this morning. In rainy days, light rainy days, there's I missed one right there, folks. That was probably a skipjack. The hardest bite that you'll get is going to be from an underspin when it comes to a crappie. They hit these with authority. They mean to have them. There we go. That's a crappie. That fish hit pretty close to the boat. Here in about 8 feet of water, right on the drop. Wow. You can tell a crappie. Now, that's a big son of a gun. Is he cutting up or what, folks? You doggone right, he's cutting up. Dead gone. Let's see if we can flip him. He's hooked pretty good. That's a big one. See what I'm talking about? When you do catch one, takes a lot of cast. That's about a 14-inch crappie right there, folks. That's a big son of a gun. When I do get bit by one, it's a great good one. Not a little one. Not a little old bitty one. I'm talking about big ones. See there? That's what I'm talking about. Another good one right here that I throw, and I throw a lot of different types of underspins too, folks, is a finesse underspin right there. And that's got a baby baller Z on it, Z man bait, last tech, in the pearl color also. And that's a great combination. Right now I'm looking for more flash than I am vibration. There he is. Big crappie, folks. I mean a big one. That I've come around the corner right here and the wind has settled down a little bit. Golly. A mule. A mule I'm talking about. And I'm not going to be able to flip this fish in. I'm going to have to net him. He's not hooked too good. Not too good at all. Let's get the net on this one. That is a big fish. Golly. That is a big crappie. My. Look at there. Another 14 inch or better. I don't know. Huge. Let's put him in the bucket. Golly. Man, oh man, what a blessing. What a blessing. I don't give a damn blame. You quit eating them old beans and coming out here with me a fishing like that. It makes me miserable. Quit eating so many beans, Connor. There he is. Oh, my. This is another good crappie, unless he's just mean. Some of them are a little bit meaner than others. But I don't think so. I think this is just another big old crappie. This fish is fighting. I can't tell y'all how this fish is fighting. Oh, it's just another big one. Golly. I'm telling you, when I change to this orange head, it's making a difference. It's making a big difference. Let's see, he's hooked pretty good. Golly. That ain't nothing but just a big crappie, folks. Another 2-pound plus fish. Golly, when they thump it, it's just thump. Just like snapping your fingers. I've mentioned that before. Just a hard thump. Let's put him in the bucket. Now those crappie are in amongst them. those skipjack herring, and what they're doing, they're not competing against the skipjack herring. They're just eating the same bait. And my theory is, whoops, that was a skipjack. He knocked the fire out of it. My theory is that they're hanging around those skipjack herring and picking off the injured shad that those skipjacks injure. Skipjack are a real energetic fish, and this happens a lot too. If you'll just pay attention to skipjack herring and crappie in the fall, that they'll do this a lot. This is one of the things I look for, is schooling skipjack herring. Now, what happens is they'll run through that school of shad, those skipjack herring will, and they'll injure, you know, some of those shad before they actually get to eat one. They're so energetic. They only feed in one way, and that's wide open. And those crappie are right there to catch those skipjack herring that's been injured. That's exactly what's going on right here. I tell you what, these fish are smart. Well, they're smart as far as survival. They'll use each other to survive. This has been going on for, there's no telling how long. Years and years and years. And it's a pattern that a lot of people don't even look for. Now, you're going to catch a lot of skipjack herring before you catch a crappie when this is going on, normally. But, like I said, both are a benefit to me. I'm going to eat some crappie, take a few home to eat, and I'm going to vacuum seal some skipjack herring for catfish bait. So it's just a benefit no matter what. But let's make a cast out there. I love those elastic baits when you combine them with a underspin, or I like them just fishing them just as a jig, on a jig. They're tough, durable baits. There he is. Okay, we got a mule. Golly. I'm going to have to leave, folks. I just can't stand no more of this. When I get bit, it's just like setting a hook into a concrete block tied to the bottom of the river. Look here. I can't tell y'all as to how that crappie pulled. Now, golly, don't y'all look. Look at that. That's enough. We got plenty of fish right there. I'm gonna leave. You doggone right, I ain't gonna put no more pressure on these fish. That's plenty for supper. We got crappie, we got skipjack. I got a job when I get home. I want y'all to look. What some big crappie. Now, I mean, them are mules right there. They're built like linebackers. And that right there is exactly what an underspin will do for you. It's a big fish bait when it comes to crappie. I have surely enjoyed each and every one of y'all. I read each and every comment. I don't answer them all because there's just too many. But I love each and every one of y'all, and I thank y'all very much for supporting the channel by watching the channel. Everything that y'all have done has been more than appreciated, folks. Believe that. I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the great comments, everything y'all do for this channel. Hey, woo. Oh my goodness, I could have a heart attack. Hey man, I drill it, and I drill it, and I drill it, and I drill it. And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good.